Hello, my name is Carx82 and welcome back to our Multi-Block Madness series. As we can see, I have just crafted up yet another tier 6 crafting seed. I was trying to avoid having to craft those up again because they're not bad, but the one thing is my that I still have issues with the thing switching out to the empowered, switching out the non-empowered with the empowered things. I still have issues with that, and I've never really gone out of my way to fix it, so I was kind of avoiding this, but I think we're gonna need 10 ingots. No. There we go. Yeah, I think I'm going to switch out this because I'll show it in a second. There we go. We need lots and lots of tin. And the reason for that is I have crafted up half the amount of fusion coils that we need, 1,586. But if we look at this, if I do the rest, 1,586, we need 192,000 more tin. And the thing down below, the mining, whatever the simulation thing, is just way too slow for that. Can't remember which one it is. Yeah, that one. It's just too slow. You do get half a stack per thing, but unless I'm sitting here smacking this thing, speeding it up, it's going to take just massive amounts of time trying to get 200,000 tin. And the reason we need 200,000 tin is for the reflector things. If I can spell. Yeah. We need 50,000 of these. So, one, pulverizing all this coal and pulverized tin takes a long time when you have 200,000 each. I don't think I'm really going to do anything special with that, but I don't know. I'm like, other than just having 200,000 ingots go through the sag mill, there's not much I can really do about that. Also, I'm like, I'm pretty sure I finished all these. I'm pretty sure I threw tungsten over there. I can't remember, to be honest. Yeah, we've sorted out tungsten before. I just never broke this down. Yeah, so I'm just going to level this up and then start getting these seeds, because I would like to get the rest of those built as soon as possible. I don't think we're gonna need them right away, but like I said, I just kind of left the world running. I think it took about 2 hours, I would guess, to process all that pulverized tin and coal. I'm not gonna like keep a whole bunch in stock or anything like that. We'll just do it as needed. Let me turn on our things. I could probably like figure out a way to automate this, or not automate, but have that put on with like a lever or something. I don't know. Alright, I do need to get rid of all this stuff. Yeah, one annoying thing with these magnets. I've thrown a few of those things around that stop me from, but every time I fly over there, it probably shouldn't be so close. But alright, so that tin seed will level up. Now, the other thing I have been doing is I have sorted out this accelerator from this thing. So it's a bit hard to see, and the other thing is you can't stop it from rotating, which is a bit annoying. But I couldn't, it's hard to tell what's on there, and I knew there was stuff missing from there, but I kind of just figured out, obviously these are redstone. I mean, that was easy to figure out. I kind of knew where we placed the RF capacitor and the electromagnets. It was these down here that I couldn't really tell, but basically I just looked at the thing and I deduced just from the requirements that they are manganese and quartz. So it must be adjacent to at least one valid redstone cooler, and then the manganese is a gold cooler and a quartz cooler. So I managed to figure that out. So as we can see, I got the redstone in there, and then there's the quartz, and then the manganese is between the gold and that. So, and that's the gold and iron right there. Gold needs to be in between two iron, and then iron needs to be next to a magnet. So overall, not super complicated. Now, if we look at the controller, we should be enough to get this boron stuff. So it needs, we're gonna get 10 whatever per unit. I can't remember the name of it. Something per unit, I think. So we're gonna get 10. We need greater than 1 Kelvin, or maybe in the focus of 0.2. Is that, did I? Yeah. I think we got it right. Maybe this needs to be higher. But I just kind of went off what we needed from this. So accelerator to 600 to 1. We're at 700. Focus of 2. We are at 2.5. And it does say this is a working design in JAI. So I don't know. I will take it. Now, I don't really. I never noticed that. I never noticed that. I never noticed that quest reward. You got 8 of those. That's funny. I mean, it's not. They're not difficult. I don't have this automated. Obviously, we need more. A lot more hydrogen to fill these up. But yeah, I apparently have 9 of those. For that. We got liquid helium. All right, so that. Okay, these aren't at all difficult to make. So, sure. Oh wait, do we get all of them? No. I'll just choose that one. These are like not difficult at all. It's just empty cooler, and then these recipes in general for all this stuff were really easy. They weren't overly complicated. But we got liquid helium. All right, so that is kind of telling me the coolant is this liquid. Let me see if I can. I don't know if there is, like, is there a way to, no. Oh Lord, it looks so like, I'm like, oh my god, that looks scary. I think, like, we have all the stuff in there. Oh, is it? No, I don't think it's these. This is for the, yeah, fission. That's not for accelerator. What I was, all right, I think that's it. So there's a few, there's, yeah. I'm assuming the liquid helium accelerator cooler is what we would use, and then we would pipe liquid helium in, is kind of what I'm assuming. Must be adjacent to one valid boron cooler and a one valid lapis. But that would completely change my thing. Also, I don't have a functional electromagnetic yoke, whatever that is. So as we can see, this gets crazy. Absolutely crazy with some of this stuff. Liquid nitrogen. I would have to do some pretty crazy stuff, but maybe we'll use it at some point. Yeah, accelerator electromagnetic yoke. Don't know what that does. Anyway, that is enough of that. So I think we got everything here. Now we should be able to craft the boron thing, which will hit in a target chamber a silicon wafer and give us these p-doped silicon. I think we should try this, see if we can get this working first as our first one before we start getting into like all this craziness. Because once we get the target chamber sorted out, I'm just noticing this is 50 million. Holy cow. We are talking about less than 1 million, and this is 50 million. We're going to have to get this thing sped up. Not surprising, but all right. So yeah, I think we should try this, try to get our p-doped silicon. I'm kind of thinking, like, is it pointless to turn this on? Probably. Until we get the target chamber set up. Now the target chamber isn't very big, and I'm assuming we basically do the little bit of lag there, pipes like off the back, like that, into a target chamber is kind of what I'm assuming this means. It's the primary multi-block in which recipes are processed. Yeah, 5x5. Blah, blah, blah. So I guess, let me set this up. It doesn't seem, I mean, it doesn't look that complicated. Although that has crazy, scary things on it as well. Alright, I gotta do a little... I was like, oh, that doesn't look bad, and then I'm like, oh, wait, what is this stuff? I don't know. Let me see if we can get this craft up. Are these recipes? These recipes are basically... Yeah, these aren't bad at all. We get 8 from this, and we have everything automated. Okay, we are back, and I've got most of the thing formed. I'm just crafting up these chamber detector to increase the efficiency. This one was relatively easy. This one, on the other hand, was not that easy. I didn't automate it. I just kind of did it manually as needed. I needed 1 stack. But I had to do a couple chemical reactor recipes. Wasn't that bad, but it definitely wasn't just doing that. But I have the 8 now that we need for this one. And basically, I am just copying this build. I kind of do understand how it works, I think. But yeah, so basically, if you look at the recipes, for example, this one, we have the particle will come in, we'll put the silicon wafer in it, and then we have 3, I think these are the 3 particles that we could get off it. This recipe does not actually have those, so we're not going to get particles off it. But if we need to do, I haven't really looked, like, I guess we could look at, there we go. So like this one gives an alpha particle, this one gives a photon. So I'm assuming it's going to be in the order in the JEI. So that photon would come out of this one, that one would come out of that one. So if we need to do a specific recipe later, we'll design it and place it that way. I have just kind of thrown it right here next to our accelerator just so we can get this going. Now, the one thing I haven't quite... That's not what I want. I want particle... I don't know. 30? Sure, why not? The one thing I'm not entirely sure is, where do we put the wafer? I don't see like an input anywhere. There's no these beam ports something. I'm maybe assuming when we form it, if we click on that, it'll give us this, but I need to finish building this, and it looks like the things go around it like that, and then can't see what's on. Fortunately, I can't see. Okay, Okay, that's a bubble. That one. So does it go like 1, 2, 3, 4? It says must be placed within 2 blocks of a particle chamber. Well, that thing in the middle is a particle chamber. The wait. Oh yeah, particle chamber being block on the outsides. The particle chamber is its own thing that goes directly in the middle. And then this one, like on these 4. Like this. And then we just kind of fill up the rest. I don't fully know if this is correct, but we'll see if we have leftovers. So there. And then just fill in like all the rest of the blocks. 1, 2. Boom. Boom. All right. So that seems to do that. Again, I don't really know. Particle efficiency, base power. Why is this like easier one? More efficient. I'm just noticing that. I don't know. I just did what it said in the thing. I thought maybe these had to be next to each other or something like that. But it just looks like it has to be in the chamber. Or near. Like it says within 3 blocks of the particle chamber. Does that mean like 3 blocks diagonal? Does that mean... I don't know. Anyway, let's cover it up with particle glass. And I think... Well, one, I don't think I have enough particle glass. No, we do not. I need more. All right. Last. There we go. All right, so we can see it's formed. Now, please be like an input I can do. Okay, so there we go. There is. I was starting to like wonder how I would get the stuff in. So there we go. It's formed. Now we do have to connect it to this. Now, oh, apparently that doesn't automatically. All right. Well, this is a bit not how I thought these would be placed. All right. Come on now. All right. So beamline pipe, that connects that to that. Let's get a... I've already forgot which one it is. Point, I got it right. Point on there. Disable limit. I have no idea how much this is going to take. So we'll disable the limit. So there we go. Required energy. Oh, only 9,000. I thought it was going to be more than that. What does this one take? Doesn't say. Yes, the last thing I don't fully know, and we can actually throw these silicon wafers in there. Efficiency 245%. That's cool. The coolant. Now, the quest gave us this liquid helium, and apparently if we send it back into a superconductor, which I actually placed here so I can craft up those orange ones. Apparently you can pull out the, I think that's the output, isn't it? The coolant. Supercool it, and then we get the exact amount, so we can just do a thing. We don't need to, it's just a loop from what I'm reading. Under active cooling. So active coolants cool and accelerate to their own temperature, provided that the passive cooling requirement is met. See, this is This is the one thing I'm a little confused about. Do we need the helium coolers for this? Like, do we need the liquid helium accelerator cooler to pump the coolant in? Or are we okay with just all the passive that we have? So we have passive cooling of 5,000 heat per tick. Maximum heating is 4,000. So I don't know. We might burn everything down. I might need to do a a backup before we get this going. But I guess what I was wondering is, do we pipe this stuff in? If we don't have... Does this make it better? Oh. Hello. Maybe that wasn't at all what I thought it was. Yeah, I don't know. That kind of surprised me a little bit. That wasn't what I thought it was going to happen. Do we... Is this... This is an odd. Does this have a... Oh, it's got a really large tank. Is this... This has gotten me a little confused. Why I'm like... It's running, but I haven't done anything. I haven't turned it on or anything. So why is there like... Why is there heat in it? I don't know. We do this. Yeah. And then, well, I guess we'll just... I can throw this back on it. There we go. So, do we have enough? I really don't know. Alright, so that is going through that. What's a good... Heat stored is going up and then down. I don't know. I am not... I don't know. Like, do we have too much? Or do we have enough? Or what? I don't know. Okay, let me do a quick backup. I'm just going to assume this is what it wants. And I could always speed that up if I... Why don't we throw a couple speed upgrades in there? I have plenty. I just don't want this thing to, like, blow up. Not blow up, but, like, melt down, because then you lose the blocks, and I don't want that to happen. Alright, maybe not that many. I could just put the... Why don't I put a point on it? That way we can just have it go as fast as possible. Just do that. Still not sure why it's... Why are you ready? And now it's not ready at all. But now it's sort of ready. I don't know. We'll leave it. Where's it all gone, though? Wait a second. Are we getting... This isn't a 1-to-1. If that's regular helium, that is not a 1-to-1. Hold on. That is like... I just realized... Wait a sec. I thought it said to do that. Or... Here. Yeah, that's 64-to-1. That is not... I could have sworn it's... Hold on. Let me... I'm going to do a backup really quick, and let me read this again. I could have sworn it said... Yeah, with the exception of water, all active coolants are output in their gaseous forms in the same ratio as their gas-liquid conversion ratio in a supercooler. Thus, you can form a closed loop of active coolant by pumping exhaust coolant from the output coolant vent into a supercooler, then pumping the cooled active coolant back into the input coolant vent with no loss. Well, that didn't. Did it? No. I don't know. I don't know. Why is that going back in? Why is it going in so slow? What's going on? I don't... Alright, should we just turn it on? Alright, I need a lever, because, you know, most nuclear type reactors turn on with a simple stone lever. Have we... I think we got it. Okay, let me do a backup really quick, and we'll fire this bad boy up. Okay, we are back, and I was thinking maybe the liquid cooled helium comes out 64 times. Like, maybe it expands when it comes out, and then it shrinks back down. That's what I was... It just kind of made me, like, it hit me. I'm like, oh, maybe this actually produces more than a 1-to-1. It probably goes 64-to-1 and then 1-to-64 back out. I don't know. I just threw this down here as well. I don't know why it's running. Let's turn this bad boy on. Let's get that in there. Looks like only one can go in at once, which is fine. So, let's do this, I guess. There we go. Boron ion, length. Are we doing stuff? Is stuff happening? Oh, this is odd. Oh, look at that. Well, we're producing stuff. That wasn't that difficult. Alright, so what happens if, like, what happens if we keep running this? Do we get, like, boron? Do we get more? I don't know. Should we throw more silver? I guess I should have thrown... Here, let's do 100. Do we just throw this in? Alright, now it's not working. I guess... Alright, so we got an empty canister. That's good to know. So if we throw that in there, it's using it up. I put 44 in there. I'm kind of curious how many we get out. I don't actually know. But there we can see the amount. And focus from feeding it up. Also, it doesn't look like it's lost anything. I wasn't sure if it was going to lose stuff from the beamline pipes. But it looks like that's... Yeah, that... I think that's it. Is this running? Alright. Well, this seems to be... It is... I don't know. I still haven't figured this out yet. Maybe I should turn this off and... let this... Yeah, let this all empty out. And then maybe... Maybe I'll know. But... Alright, so if I want to... The question is, how do I want... I don't want to keep this running. This doesn't... I don't feel like this, for what we need, is necessarily to... Did we get... What did we get out of that, by the way? We almost got 10. Alright, well that's good to know. So, what happens if we pull this out? Ah. It looks like it... Did it actually... consume? I didn't notice if it consumed it. Do I want to... No, I'm going to leave that for now. I'm going to turn this off. Actually, does it... I'm not liking that. Oh, because we have this turned off. That's right. All right. Well, it looks like it does seem like it just kind of recycles it. I mean, it says it does that. So is there any is there any point to turn this off, or can I just leave it on and then say I need more of these wafers, just have them put it in like with a recipe? I don't know. I guess my question is there any other than wasting other than wasting some power, which I mean at this point is only doing 17,000 and we're producing 27 million. I mean the power is completely negligible at this point. And if the coolant is, yeah, I guess we could just, I don't know, it just feels weird leaving something on for no reason. So I'm actually just going to turn it off, and then we will see. All right. So let's go turn this into those P advanced wafers or whatever they are. Also, what is that? Like, don't recognize that. Oxygen's not a problem. Thorium shard. Hafnium? Is there any... Do I have that? I don't recognize that. I have no hafnium. Alright, well, gotta figure out where to get that from. This goes in here, though. Does it say where that comes from? Blah, blah, blah. Due to the vast differences in particles and particle properties required, you will almost always have to construct an entirely new setup for each new item. Alright, I kind of was wondering about that. I was like, for every single item we need to make, are we going to have to craft up a new target chamber and a new thing? I was kind of wondering that, and that just answered the question. Where the heck is this hafnium come from? Let me see if we can. I mean, these are ingots. It looks like ore leacher or thorium ore in that. That's a tiny amount. Yeah, it looks like we have to do thorium in that thing. Well, I have it set up, so it's not like the end of the world. But that is a small amount. Again, I don't know how many of these we're actually going to need. That, I think that's working. Is that working? No. Do we need... Wasn't it? Was it not a leaching vat? Hold on. Oh, no, it's not. Wait, where was that? Ore leacher. Oh! That's not this. That is different. Shoot. Alright, let me quickly look, let me figure this one out and we'll be right back. Okay, there is a couple ways to do it. One is through this way. And, with the chemical extractor, and then we get the thorium shards from the leaching vat. But I think the easier way would actually just be set up the... I thought that was running for... Why does it look like it's running? There's no power in it or anything. That's weird. The other way would be to set up the ore leacher. I do produce a couple of these already. Sulfuric acid down below, hydrochloric acid, nitric acid is over there. I do need to figure out a way to get it all in one block though, but I do have some hafnium. It's not that difficult to obtain, but let's get a... what's the advanced processor? What am I missing? Hafnium oxide. Whoops, I forgot to throw that in a infuser. And I have one. I could probably make a recipe for that. I have a fluid infuser with oxygen right here. All right, there we go. There is the hafnium oxide. I think that's it. Advanced processor. Advanced coil. Redstone coil. Basic processor. Advanced processor. Did it do it when I wasn't looking? It did. Sometimes it just goes so fast. And there we go. Advanced processor. Our first item from QMD. We got our advanced processor. So from what I am reading, we're going to have to craft up a whole bunch more of those for this craziness. Oh, Lord. Like iron source is we're gonna need to get that, so I'm gonna have to do another accelerator. Low gravitation deposition chamber, which by the way is absolutely crazy. There is a whole lot of stuff that we're gonna have to get going with, and I am looking forward to it. But anyway, that's gonna be for today, so thanks for watching and have a good one.